Hello fans of GeoGebra and fans of Muller Breslau. We have a new little insight hopefully today, but I just thought of it, so I don't know if it's good or bad. The idea was to use Just a Moment, the board game, and Truzzle, the board game, simultaneously in a third board game. So and this new board game would be a Truss with some point loads. And I would first find the moment at some cut. And I would use the first board game to simply open up the beam. I would find the equilibrating moment induced as if this were a beam. Okay, fair enough. So here's the bending moment diagram, at least for this part here, because I'm looking for this bar force. So I'm looking for this bar force, but I'm not doing it by even Muller Breslau bar force. I'm doing it by thinking first about a beam. Okay, this bar force is 1603 compression. I still have to think a little bit about the compression. So the bending moment diagram of this thing as a beam includes the horizontal reaction, the horizontal force here, excuse me. So here's my cut point, and as I move all the way up to here, I get 4564, and as I move down to there, it gets to be 0, okay? Now, there's a vertical arm in here, because I started thinking about, well, what's the horizontal force as a TC couple that would equilibrate that moment? And that force is the M at cut divided by the vertical arm here. And the vertical arm is shown. So I just take that force, I find that force, which is the M, right, divided by this arm. And, you know, obviously the force has to be constant throughout this member. It's a two-force member, as we say in Cal Poly. So that works. But that's not the bar force. So what do I have to do? All I got to do is just take the component of that as a, you know, even as a vector just here. I can just draw this. So this TC couple force is just simply the component of this, you know, where I know this slope. So I could certainly get that geometrically. So I don't know if that's a big insight or not. I can't quite tell. It surprises me. I also think it should be perhaps faster to just simply get this perpendicular arm and this force, but that didn't quite seem to work. So maybe I'll have to think about where that cut is. But anyway, super exciting. I hope you enjoyed this. Buy the board game.